Kau baca bukan discriminate, apa nama tu?
Discriminate. Elephant.
Wow.
Yolah.
Itu baru discriminate.
Selamat kembali ke
Working Class.
Saya Didi.
Saya Iman.
Saya Lando.
Podcast ini ditaja oleh Dachoko Rex Teacher. Sekali rasa asyik keringat sampai terbabas tayat. Order sekarang. DM Instagram atau TikTok.
Okay, so first thing kita nak kena give props to the new studio. Ni actually is the new studio.
Inilah studio terbaru kita. Alhamdulillah kita dapat jama kerusi lama, tempat baru lah.
Tempat baru.
Kerusi lama tu. Terima kasih sponsor-sponsor untuk menjayakan produksi ni, production ni. Macam ni.
Oh.
Okay, Bibi Lan. Sorry Lan pula. Di, kau ni sana Di.
Okay, so in this episode, so ni first for us, we are gonna play a game lah.
Oh, main
For this
game.
episode.
Kecil-kecil tak main
sekarang
game lah.
okay.
Kan tutup main game.
Okay. So memang ada ni lah, ada request from some of our listeners.
What the request?
Ada request?
Huh?
Ada request from listeners?
Ada.
Oh, serious? Okay.
So they want something like
Light-hearted sikit lah.
yeah, light-hearted, different, probably. So okay lah, we're gonna try this out.
Okay.
So we're gonna play a game called Guess the Job. Alright.
Okay, so I have a few job title. Korang nak kena teka.
Okay.
So the game macam
what
gini
the
lah.
role is.
Explain macam mana the game sekarang.
I'm going to give you a job title. This is a legit job title.
Okay.
Bukan main-main.
Okay.
Job title, okay?
Job title.
Job title.
And then you have to tell me what their role is. Kau rasa dia punya role ni apa?
Okay.
Okay.
Boleh.
It's just a few lah. Okay, let's do a quick run through. Okay, the first one is Geek Squad Agent.
What?
Geek Squad Agent.
Geek Squad Agent. Okay.
Geek. Geek.
Oh, GEEK.
Geek.
Geek tu macam nerd. Nerd.
Macam itu lah sikit lebih kurang lah.
Kalau macam gitu nerd, Squad Agent. Kan kau start dulu Hadi.
Gamer, I mean like programming, gaming programming.
Dekat. Tak dekat sangat, tapi somewhere there along the lines.
Okay,
I mean, you know
aku
it's a
tanya
nerd.
question about the job. Does the job ada pay scale?
Pay scale ada.
How was the range of the pay scale? Ada bilang?
It's more like starting pay gitulah.
Starting pay.
Starting pay berapa? Ada orang
Starting pay macam-macam.
kalau starting pay aku dulu 900.
Okay. First, ni role aku tak rasa ni company ada kat Singapore. It's more in US.
Okay.
Kalau nak samakan, is probably around the range of 2-3-ish.
Okay. 2-3. So first 2-3 not a local company, but it's not based in Singapore.
Yeah, this company is not
Not
based in Singapore.
Geek Squad.
Geek Squad. No, this is the first time I've heard
Okay,
this.
I will guess that the job description requires you to find team, to make up a team.
No.
Oh, team kan? Okay.
Okay, I give you a clue. You're serving customers.
Serving customers.
Serving customer. Tapi aku dengar gig.
Kan?
Aku tengok tadi GIG tau. So aku dah ingat macam
Gig
kau
worker.
cari kerja gig worker, correct? Kau tolong orang carikan gig macam manpower kind of thing. Is it kind of manpower kind of job?
No.
Hosting?
No.
Hosting. Hosting not ni then
Okay, give up. I give you.
Okay.
The role is actually customer service.
Kepala
Customer
host
service.
tak.
The company is Best Buy. Korang pernah dengar tak Best Buy?
Best Buy mana? Tu
Okay.
China kan?
No,
Best
I think
Buy
it's
China
American.
Ha?
It's American.
American. Best Buy American.
Yang colour biru tu kan? Dah selaku dia punya logo.
Biru merah kalau tak salah aku.
Okay.
Dia macam Harvey Norman-ish sikit lebih kurang lah.
So it's a electronic company.
Electronics.
Okay.
Ah,
So that job is a customer.
customer service.
Apa kena-mena saya customer service dengan gig?
Kira pasal semua elektronik apa? Elektronik, IT.
Geek. Okay.
Kau dah cakap
Okay, make sense. Okay.
Okay,
Make sense. Okay.
Squad agent lah. Kira ada agent lah
Geek.
konon.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the next one, the company is in Singapore.
Okay.
You might have heard it before.
Okay.
The job title is Genius.
Genius.
Apa sah genius?
Legit tak bedek. These are all
Dia punya job title tulis genius.
genius. I'm a genius kira.
Tapi
Okay, kalau genius, okay, is it...
Kau tahu?
Genius, so is it an IT company?
You can say that.
IT company, genius.
programmer.
Almost everything is an IT company now. So
Okay.
Programmer?
no.
Kalau macam gitu, aku rasa CEO.
No.
Yeah, something to do with like
It's a team.
creating something.
No.
Jadi dia.
No. Okay, I give you nak clue.
Okay, clue.
Similar to the previous one.
Kalau tu, previous one tadi customer service.
Customer service.
Kalau ni genius,
Genius.
kira produk punya endorsement, sales.
Bukan.
Apa?
Genius.
I mean, some of the listeners should have known.
Genius.
Actually, you should know.
Me?
Kalau gitu,
Engineer dia? I don't know.
engineering job. No, right?
No.
It's not engineering job. Not engineering job.
Genius.
Genius.
Content creator.
No.
Okay. Let me guess.
Okay, last guess.
Last guess. Genius usually goes with someone who promote a product. Sales for product.
Kira pandai lah, pandai
Dia pandai
berbual lah.
pandai berbual. Right? Is like a sales promoter.
Kau nak kena pandai berbual. Close.
Nak kena pandai berbual.
You are close. I think part of the job is also that as well.
Apa? Sales promoter, close.
Kau nak aku kalau cakap korang mesti bingit man.
Yeah. Now wait.
Sales
Dia macam almost there man ni.
promoter. What kind of job that you genius that you do sales promoting? Sekali cashier
Probably detail.
Dia dah ketawa ni cashier lah.
Salesman.
No, nothing to do with sales. You can help with sales but no, that's not your primary job.
Ini kira apa tau? Kau tahu barang rosak, kau hantar tu benda, dia repair, macam claim
Technician?
warranty. Kau tahu apa dia panggil tu counter? Counter yang kau claim warranty lah. Kalau benda barang rosak datang balik, apa kau dia panggil
Counter claim warranty.
Macam kau ada bawa receipt, kau nak claim balik. Cakap ni barang
Service
rosak.
center.
Service center.
Close.
Yeah, very close. I think that's very close. That's the closest that you can get.
That's what aku tak tahu.
Yeah, but I think they are dispatched to different roles. I think service center pun ada juga. They are in a service center kalau tak salah aku, most of the times also. But kalau tak salah aku, if you have to classify the role, it's under customer service juga.
Okay, it's under customer service. Okay,
But it's
okay.
for Apple.
It's for what?
Apple.
That's why I said you should have known because you're using iPhone.
What?
I'm not that
They're
genius.
called genius,
I'm not
yeah.
that genius. Oh,
So,
really?
so wait. So what? Okay, this genius thing
It's a title.
Is a title. What does that person do?
Kira yang kat dalam kedai tu, kalau kau nak tanya ni produk macam mana, asal ni macam how do I set the phone, those kind of things lah.
Betul lah, macam sales promoter lah. Bukan sales promoter.
They don't really promote.
They just show you.
They are more like
Jangan nak beli seluar dalam tu dia kasi kau kecil XL lah. Kita di size XL lah.
material macam ni macam tu lah.
part of the role is as a promoter, I guess lah.
Okay.
So but most of it is kira like you have to know Apple punya products, how to set, how to configure, this kind of things lah. Mana satu bagus. So it's more, you can say sales juga but
Tapi genius lah, genius.
Tapi macam
they call it genius.
Okay lah.
I don't know why.
Over-
I don't know if they
over-
call
over-
it.
But the game macam okay lah kalau macam dia nak apply loan ke apa ke kan. Mesti orang tanya kan. Kau punya what's
the job
job
title?
title?
Genius.
Genius. Kau apply kerja. Habis hari raya kalau jumpa,
kerja apa?
Kerja apa? Kerja genius lah.
Yes.
Kerja genius.
I don't know if they apply it, is here or not, tapi definitely in the US ada. I've heard it
Okay.
before.
This is
Genius.
That's why I don't buy Apple. Genius, my
Okay.
food. Okay, next one.
Okay, this one is I think quite generic, but it's always used in some form or another for this role. Ninja atau guru.
What? Ninja ataupun?
Ninja atau guru. There's usually another word before the ninja or the guru. Tapi kalau aku taruh tu word, nanti korang dah tahulah ada kerja apa.
Okay.
So,
Ninja.
title dia selalu ada ninja atau guru.
Ninja atau guru. Okay. A tech company.
Definitely.
Okay, ninja. Ni mesti Google. Ni kind of Google kind of thing. Dia
Master.
programmer.
You can say that, yes. It's a developer.
Aku pernah dengar.
Usually for programmers, for developers, they kadang-kadang ada this title. Konon nak kasi interesting sikit lah. There's like macam apa dia panggil
Dia macam tu lah, yang bikin all the what do you call
front end
script
guru,
code.
coding guru,
Coding.
whatever lah you want to call it. Ada guru, ada ninja.
Tapi asal ninja, that was the, kau cakap dengan the word dengan tu, ninja tu something before word, what was the word?
Apa-apa lah, kira coding ke,
Coding ninja.
Coding ninja.
no, it's usually the technology that they use. So maybe it's
Example?
Front end, or maybe it's the app that you use.
Python ninja.
Something like that lah.
What?
Python guru.
Python guru. Tapi
Python's a
kelakar.
programming language lah.
Why no, if guru aku masih okay lah. Guru macam someone who boleh ajar. Then ninja, apa dia punya correlation
Dia
ninja?
macam kau baca bukan discriminate, apa dia panggil tu?
Discriminate.
Uh,
Elephant.
Wow.
Yolah.
Itu baru discriminate.
No, it's like you typecast the person. Pasal selalu this type of IT people kan nanti dengan hoodie lah bagai kau tu, then they just sit there in the dark.
Okay.
Tak berbual dengan orang, alih-alih siap.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Kira nak kasih dorang some form of macam title. Kira bertitle macam macam garang lah. Title garang lah.
Title garang lah.
Okay,
Tapi
okay.
korang sama juga. Semua kental.
Alright.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not saying all programmers are kental lah. You know.
Susah sih.
Yeah, susah. I was interested, but I don't have the knowledge for it.
Aku bikin C++ dia tak boleh tahan. Okay. Can. Next one.
Next one, okay. This one is quite easy to guess, I guess. People partner.
Bus driver.
Bukan. Itu bus captain.
People partner. Dia macam macam pernah dengar kan.
Sorry. Aku nak ni bukan nak selit. Bukan nak selit lah, tapi aku just reminded of a story lah. Kejap. Sorry dulu time aku kerja monorail. Then usually monorail ada drivers.
Yeah.
So we call them train captain lah. Train captain. So usually nanti train captain akan datang kat depo. So dia akan check to train sebelum diorang depart lah. So before diorang depart, kita akan kasih diorang kira macam so-called signal. Okay, blue train captain, you may proceed to your departure, for your departure. So ada satu apik ni. Aku tak boleh tahan lah. So apik tu, dia tak cukup tidur ke apa. One day, okay, blue bus captain, can you proceed to your departure? So kelakar dia apa tau? Itu train driver cakap apa? Blue bus? Where got blue bus? Where the bus coming from? Where is the bus from? Then dia pun macam lost tau. Dia cakap, uncle, what bus? Bus lah, bus. This one not go out, man, bus. Saya kena
confident lah.
Confident.
Okay.
Bus go out. Cakap ni sembarang je.
Saya dia tak berbual macam tu pilot punya berbual betul captain.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Tak dengar terus.
Sure. Surabaya. You Surabaya. You gonna fly over the clouds.
But I mean interesting. I mean like ni off topic sikit kan. Kena ke pilot ni kan ada suara-suara macam tu? Is it like macam is it the job requirement ke, or is it like macam memang diorang cakap macam apa? I'm always like macam wondering kalau duduk kat airplane kan. Macam how come they all like sound macam
Macam sama
Dia
pattern
macam
gitu
sama
kan.
kan? Is it macam scripted ke? Apa ke? I always wondered
memang
lah.
diajar gitu, jadi gitulah.
Mungkin.
I always wondered lah, you know.
Aku pernah naik Tiger one time. Dia punya
Apa?
Tiger Airways.
Oh, Tiger Airways.
Tiger
Okay,
Airways. Dulu
okay.
lah Tiger Airways.
Okay.
Dia punya captain cowboy gila. Hello, good afternoon everyone.
Western habis lah
Western
kira.
habis lah. Kali aku tengok ni mesti Mak Saleh. Kau Mak Saleh mana lah? Keluar apik. Keluar captain apik dia. Apik berbual slang Mak Saleh ni. Slang cowboy.
Aku cuma guess is dia orang punya lingo je lah. When they talk to macam the air traffic ATC kan, air traffic controller.
Okay.
I think dia macam very standard punya.
I think standard form of communication.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Okay, Nando,
Okay,
next.
Len, next one.
Okay, last one. This is actually quite common. There are like 27 or 30 plus companies on LinkedIn that has this title. Chief Happiness Officer.
What?
Chief Happiness Officer aku pernah dengar. HR.
Serius lah?
Dia more or less in between, not here not there lah. Dia macam jaga,
Welfare.
senang nak cakap, dia
Welfare
macam
officer.
kau tahu bila kau masuk BMT, there's this one guy orientation
Oh,
officer.
dia selalu yang macam kau tak tahu
korang,
dia ni.
korang okay tak?
Ah,
Everything good?
kau macam kau nak
Anything
maki.
can talk to me?
Kau nak maki dia macam ni somebody ke bukan ke? Kau nak cakap macam tapi he's always there lah. Kan? He always there.
So, it's more of macam jaga internally the stuff.
Okay.
Sekarang tak tahu lah kan, sekarang ada mental health lah, benda lah. So, you know.
Sekarang mental
Right,
health.
so
Dia more on
that's part of their scope lah.
Sikit-sikit dia penknife. baru kes.
I'm sorry.
Secondary.
Okay,
Dia ketawa saya tu, serius saya tu. Baru kes dekat secondary kan tu, student tu dengan penknife. Aduh.
Oh ya.
Chief Happiness.
Chief Happiness Officer.
Chief
Tu apa company?
Happiness Officer.
Oh, there's quite a lot.
Serius lah.
There's like
Tech companies have
27.
weird punya job titles so kalau dia kasi this kind of thing.
I think lah, okay, this is just my personal opinion. It came about from bila ada DEI punya rise. You guys heard of DEI? Diversity, apa-apa inclusion, inclusivities, whatever lah. So it's basically spin off from what the woke culture thing. So that has died down a bit now. Sejak Trump dah masuk balik. So a lot of the DEI roles are already being removed. So maybe this we will see a lesser role, or is probably just be rebranded to other stuff lah.
Okay.
Okay, just to kira touch base or call back from the previous episode yang pasal title tu. So korang pernah macam like when you started off in your career, ada title yang korang nak sampai tak?
Ada title
Or like what role?
Cita-cita
I won't say
lah,
title lah, but like
cita-cita.
macam, you know, like kecil-kecil macam, aku besar nak jadi doktor, aku nak jadi soldier, you know that kind of thing. So aside from that, when you were starting your job, of course it gets more specific lah kan. So aku nak jadi engineer, aku nak jadi apa. Was there like a specific title for you guys? Ada tak?
Auditor.
Asal pula siul pelik siap auditor.
Auditor. Apa benda auditor cakap ni?
Auditor kalau
Paling dibenci.
Memang.
hantu tau.
Macam memang. Aku macam suka. Aku suka that.
Jadi hantu lah kira.
Kau suka
Aku
dibenci
suka macam
orang ramai.
being that macam so called macam bad boy, you know, that kind of like bad boy punya.
Tak. Dia rasa macam auditor dia ada power.
Dia macam ada power. Tapi
Macam
actually
Actually tak ada power.
dia macam
Dia orang tengah.
aku tak tahu lah. Aku cuma macam just like the auditor vibe. You know, as in macam aku okay lah. I mean like I work
Boleh
various
suka-suka tanya
company.
orang lah kira.
Saya nampak macam auditor macam dia macam dia punya swag dia. Ada swag dia, ada vibe dia
Shit
macam
lah.
auditor.
So auditor siapa ni? Aku nak tahu juga yang aku tak ada swag.
Auditor mana ada
Aku
swag?
tak tahu But to me when I say macam auditor macam auditor lah. So macam auditor lah. As in like macam everyone knows like macam there's going to be audit lah. You know, everyone will be on their toes kan.
On the ball.
It's like macam on dia I don't know lah. It's just I mean to others it may be weird, but to me it's like macam dia punya swag lah, you know. It's like auditor.
I have to There was a certain point where I agree. Macam audit kira macam best lah dapat. Kira, tunjuk aku dokumen.
Macam tu.
But after a while I think about it, okay, aku nak masuk ni ke tak? Because I look into nak kena ada cert apa, nak kena ada experience apa macam. Alamak, best tu memang best lah, but if I do this every day, boring siul.
Every day.
Like every week you have to go somewhere, or every month you have to go somewhere and audit
correct.
for. Audit mana ada 1 hari. Kurang-kurang pun 2-3 hari.
Ada 1 hari.
I mean,
small audits ada 1 hari.
Small audit lah,
generally
internal audit.
is, lepas tu nanti ada opening, closing, kind of thing. So normally is at least 3 days.
Tapi kerja auditor ni bukan senang. Kerja dia nak cek silap tu. So kerja
You have to have a sharp eye lah. Kau nak kena sharp eye, then you have to know dia punya JD, job description, job scope. It's not easy.
tak lah. I mean depends on kau apa yang kau audit lah. Macam that particular thing yang kau audit tu nak kena tahu.
The thing I don't like about auditing is internally tu.
Internal selalu
Nanti
susah.
orang suka momok-momok. Cannot, this one cannot.
Yeah.
Aduh.
Tapi bila external tak ada
Susah
apa-apa.
banyak.
Tak minta pun apa kena minta.
Selalu internal auditing, because the thing is macam, I was an auditor last time. Budak jadi I mean the thing is macam, you have to go hard. I mean in terms of like macam internal audit. So the thing is macam, external audit won't catch whatever it is lah kan.
Good point.
Macam
Yeah,
tu
that's
lah.
a point.
But
Tapi
the thing is macam itu lah, you become you become the
From my perspective is that engkau tak akan ada audit yang tak ada finding.
yes. Mesti akan ada
You
finding.
don't want any non-compliance, but you definitely should have finding. Kalau
Akan
tak ada
cari
finding
no
tu
matter
kira auditor tu tak buat kerja kalau tak ada finding.
Yeah.
Right, but then some companies ada finding dia dah macam dah macam berdosa.
It depends on ini juga. I mean I've audited various companies, but the thing is macam it depends on dia orang punya culture. How they are macam taught to be like macam let's say macam some companies macam auditor je, audit je, ni rabak. But then again some companies they
It's like every other day.
they accept that macam audit lah. You find something is good lah. I mean it's a positive thingy lah, you know.
Something we can work on to improve.
Itu
right?
kita pay point tu. Tapi atas kita selalu bila dia cakap ada finding, alamak ada finding lah. Oh, Apsal nak kena ada this finding. Kenapa this finding mesti ada? You shouldn't have this finding in the first place of all. Itu yang dia pay masalah.
I've had both. One was itu lah.
Macam
tu dosa besar gitu, macam gila kau bunuh orang gitu tau. Like how can this possible? We already gone through. You said like finding je pun, bukan non-compliance.
Like that. I mean again lah, it's about the people punya mindset.
Right. And the other boss was like, okay, sure, we improve it the next time round. Settle.
Kalau gitu okey. Tapi kalau macam aku kena, macam dia cakap, kenapa ni cup warna putih? Aku cakap dah design macam gitulah. It's been designed that way. Kau kena tukar ni design. Kalau putih tak boleh. Kau kena tukar colour. Pasal kalau putih nanti sama dengan table ni putih tak nampak kau backup, nanti cup kau langgar. Jatuh.
Okay lah, I mean.
The thing is that pada aku dah design macam gini, you know. Kau nak aku propose to change the whole design just for one finding.
No, it could be approached in another way. Like, okay, aku faham ini design, but maybe you want to consider getting another colour. Kau tu like, you also have to come from this point of view lah. Right?
Recommendation
It's not like salah. It's like this. It's not just one way of doing things. But sometimes, you know, you have to consider the alternatives.
I mean, like,
continuous improvement. The word, yes,
Yeah.
correct. Continuous improvement. Okay. So the good thing about it lah.
How about kau man? Kau cita-cita kau?
Aku actually in terms of title aku tak kisah. Aku important gaji je.
Okay.
So, I'm being transparent. I'm being
Correct. What pays
title
lah.
is just a title.
Yeah.
To me, to have that pay, there is more important than the title. But if it comes with the title, macam Spider-Man cakap lah, it comes with greater power comes with greater responsibility lah.
Yeah.
So macam if that title kena dengan gaji, okay lah. Kalau tu title macam gini, gaji lagi lebih, itu lagi alhamdulillah lah. Kalau title dia macam gini, gaji dia kurang, itu ada problem. You know? But to me, title has never been kira bothered me lah. You know, the more is aku focus on why I'm saying this sebab aku pernah kerja this place aku dapat offer senior technical specialist tak tahu. Senior technical specialist. Wah, nama kencang. Senior technical specialist. Aku pun macam, wah, bagus senior technical specialist. Finally, being recognised to be a senior lah. Technical specialist. Bila masuk tu company, 90% senior technical specialist. 95% lah. Don't say 90%. 95% senior technical specialist.
So everybody was a
Everybody
senior
was a senior technical specialist. And I think that 5% only technical specialist. So dia tak ada value.
Maybe that one is because it's tagged to pay a certain pay or a certain kira.
But that pay will be under your grading. That is like a grade EP1, P1, P2. You know, that's the grading. But this one is the title tu yang kelakar dia.
Kadang-kadang it may have started from when the company start.
Maybe lah, maybe.
And then dia dah jadi gitu kan, terus macam then they don't bother to change it. Alah, title orang tak peduli lah, gaji lagi important. So they'll just go ahead with it and run with it, you know, that kind of things.
Tapi pada kau, is it a title is important for you?
It depends on where you want to go.
Where you want to go, okay? Okay.
Like I said just now, kau sekarang nak macam mana? If you want to progress, if your end goal is somewhere else, then does the title, okay, let's say we talk about yang kau nak apply kerja lah. Okay, is the one that you are applying helps you get there? Or is that the one that kau kira, okay, sampai sini kira aku dah decide aku boleh pencen sampai bila-bila. You know, I can stay here sampai pencen lah. So it depends on kau sekarang where are you at now and where you want to go. Then I can say whether it's important or not lah. For me lah, because I look at it as what can I learn there? Is there something that I can learn? Is there something that I can grow? Then you sort of make your way there lah. Gaji of course is important lah. Like I said, nak kena setimpal. But yeah, different situation calls for different priorities lah pada aku lah. Tapi if you're looking to go into management, then probably kau macam like I said the other day, kau nak kena telan lah. You get the role, you get the management experience, but maybe gaji kau is belum sampai betul macamnya management gaji. You have to telan sekejap lah, because it's your first time masuk. Nak kena clock your dues lah.
Tapi with kau cakap salary dengan title pun ada problem apa tau. Kalau gaji kau besar sangat, kau punya title macam gini, nanti management tengok lain tau. Kalau always this time macam gini the first person kena tenang keluar is always this group. Siapa overpaid, I feel that he's being overpaid. He's doing too little for this kind of salary, he's going overpaid. Kalau comes to company restructuring he always the first person yang kena tenang keluar is this one.
I sort of agree a bit. Pasal normally is because it's just nothing to do with the title or anything. It's just kau mahal. Right? And somebody cheaper do your job.
The salary lah.
Somebody cheaper, you're right.
So whenever people come to me and they ask nak berhenti ke apa ke, is this role good for me or not? So my advice is always don't be an expensive engineer. I mean, we are all engineers here, so like don't be the expensive. Like, oh, Ilan, this one 50% increment, but then sama role, sama title, sama scope. And then you throw in some other things like kira macam hybrid, kadang-kadang can work from home, but then your pay went up by 50%. Or 30% lah, realistic sikit lah. Okay, 30%.
50% unrealistic.
30% increment for all this kira lesser job, so-called lah, same job, you don't have to report to the office. Pada aku, it's a risk. Why? Why are you giving this to me?
Tu kan danger tu.
That usually for my industry kira DC or IT, this type of role, this type of pay usually goes to FE, field engineers.
Okay.
And like he said, is the most vulnerable. The moment customer turun, job kurang, I don't need you. You are too expensive.
Yeah.
But I need you when business is good. When business is not good, you're the first to go.
Pasal
That's a risk to me lah. I cannot. Some people can take it. Pasal belum kahwin, no kids, that kind of thing. Like, and I don't know lah, bills to pay. Gaji is important. I go for it.
But the trick is the trick is that if you need to stay relevant. that is, if you want to stay the same way or in this kind of role you saying, to me, kau nak kena stay relevant as possible, as much as possible. Either you upgrade yourself, atau you do more, or you know more what others don't. Tak ada. It's kind of the office politics kind of game lah, you know.
It's not just that. It's more of, pada aku, you have to stay relevant is so that you are resilient. It's got nothing
Resilient,
to do.
resilient.
It's got nothing to do with internal because internal is another thing lah. But let's say macam recently COVID ke apa ke, restructure, no business, everything will go down. Are you resilient enough to go to another role? Do you have the skills to go to another role? Can you jump, right? Kau tak nak macam 7,000 or like say lah 7,000 blah blah blah. But then aku kerja setakat 2-3 hari. But then when I'm fired, I'm stuck. Nobody wants to take me. Or I cannot go anywhere. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. But I engineer already leh.
Tupat lah.
Dia stuck dekat situ je lah kan. Dia tak boleh move anywhere.
You're stuck. Because kau tahu itu je. Kau tahu kerja kau je.
Ya, yes. Itu dia tahu kau tu kerja je kau tahu, habis lah. Very difficult to move on.
So it's a bit sticky lah. I mean, these kind of things, it's a bit hard to put into a stand. Tapi yeah, just be relevant so that you are resilient. That's the thing lah. That's my take on it lah.
Okay.
Masih ada time?
Masih ada time, Mai? Baru 30. Berbual haus 30.
Lah. Dia studio baru ni macam
macam lain pula.
macam lain lah.
Macam time very slow
Dulu studio lama macam cepatnya. Dah 45 minit.
Kelak-kelak dah sampai Surabaya. Dah sampai.
No, okay. I have this situation where korang agree tak? Kalau let's say, like you said, macam gaji setimpal and all this, right? Okay, aku nak kasih kau more scope. Let's say sekarang aku nak gaji kau jaga a small team. Dulu kau kerja seorang-seorang or work in a team. Now I want you to manage like 2-3 people more or 2-3 people like directly under you. But your pay don't change for the next 6 months.
Okay.
Why it doesn't change? Because I have to see whether kau suitable for the job or not. If you are suited for the job, then change. If not, with the pay and title and whatever lah that comes with it. If not, stop.
So meaning after 6 months kalau dia compatible,
yes, you
dapat
get it official lah kira.
Okay.
HR letter blah blah blah, gaji kau effective blah blah
6
blah,
months.
gaji berapa, then 6 months.
Wow.
Reasonable tak?
Aku
6 months is...
aku actually going through it lah previously. I gone through that process actually. Dia bila kasih kau something, dia tak kasih kau kira straight away kau akan dapat. Dia kan, okay, kau try dulu 6 months, try macam mana kau boleh buat apa, cakap can perform, then the next punya increment ke apa, then they'll be officially keluar lah, officially will be out lah. But to me, aku tak ada problem lah. I mean, every work has its challenges. Okay, every work has its challenges. Kalau it comes to the mindset bila kau rasa kau nak stay macam gitu je atau kau nak go try something different. Now this opportunity dah datang kat kau, why not? You know, you are doing something different. Maybe kau, the thing is that you will never know actually kau boleh buat. Okay. Humans are ladies. Bila we are pushed to a corner, sometimes we find ways how to get out of that corner, or to work things out, to improve, to get things done lah.
Basically survival instinct.
Survival instinct, correct. This is basic human survival instinct. So pada aku tak ada issue lah. Only for some people may find that leceh lah. You know,
okay. So that's the other flip side.
Flip side.
So what's your take kalau now is the other side? When let's say kau suruh aku lah Lan, I want you, gonna give you more role blah blah blah. But 6 bulan baru aku naikkan gaji. Then my answer to you is, mana boleh?
Tak confirm, tak confirm. The word kena cakap dengan dia tak confirm.
Kau choose aku pasal kau recognize aku punya skills. Tu tak? Kau beli barang, you want the goods, you have to pay the price, man.
Okay.
How would you react to this kind of response?
I mean the thing is you have to prove it to me first lah. Okay, you have to prove it to me that
Yeah, but you choose
can
me for a reason, no?
you can take this extra role.
Yeah,
As
but
in
you're,
extra
you're choosing
responsibilities.
me for a reason. You come to me for this role for a reason. Means you recognize what I can do.
Kau nak kasih aku, tapi kau masih nak test aku.
Ah,
Kau nak kasih aku ni tau sekarang ni role. Tapi kau masih nak test aku. Aku cakap apa? Apa kau bayar masuk sekarang?
Aku sebetulnya nak bayar kau lebih. Jadi kau kena ada
Tapi tunggu.
ha?
Kau cakap kau nak bayar aku lebih. Tapi kau tunggu 6 bulan baru aku nak kena tunggu 6 bulan baru kau nak bayar aku lebih. Ni kena worker kau orang ajar punya.
Dia macam very
Very
hadap punya kan. Susah juga ni.
so because of that, I will turn down. Pasal nak kena tunggu 6 bulan ni, tak nak lah. Kalau nak tunggu 6 bulan, tak nak lah, tak payah. Kau silakan orang lah.
I mean,
What's your take? What's your take on this?
susah juga kalau dapat worker macam ni. Sebab aku tak pernah go through
Aku
people like this lah
banyak
kan.
kali kena.
Aku tak tahu. Maybe like I don't know lah. Macam try to propose something to him lah kan. As in like,
apa kau nak propose dekat dia?
What would you propose?
Will you marry me?
How would you convince me?
Will you marry me?
How would you convince me lah kira?
Apa
Wasted siang kau tak ambil.
wasted the betul kau tak ambil tahu ni kerja ni role.
sebab aku nak kau go further. Aku tak tahu lah, but I mean on the other end of the stick aku pernah kena macam gitu. Jadi like macam sama macam kau lah kan.
Okay. Okay.
But the thing is kalau macam lah when he turns the tables around macam okay. Kalau ada worker macam gini susah juga kan. But the thing is macam I don't know, I have not faced someone like this before. Cuma the thing is macam ada macam cakap directly macam not interested lah. As far as macam gitu, okay, not interested.
For me,
lah.
honestly, I would rather you say you're not interested. Even though engkau you're interested, tapi pasal nak kena tunggu 6 bulan je pasal ada chance mungkin kau so called downgrade balik to your previous role. I would rather you just say not interested than
Because
do all,
I think like
all
macam
this
some
dance.
people dia orang macam feel that macam dia orang punya position they feel that it's a comfort zone for them. Macam dia orang feel very comfortable there. They don't want to go above and beyond.
Comfort is one thing, but for me, engkau nak tuntut. It comes off. Maybe you don't mean like that. You just trying to get your worth. You feel that you're worth more. Kau nak aku kerja lebih, kau patut bayar aku gaji lebih. I agree. But when you say things like that, it comes off like macam engkau demand.
Dia macam dia pay problem pasal apa tau? The test period tu. Yang dia rasa dia, asal kau nak test aku? You know, aku dah kerja dengan kau dah lama macam gini, kau nak test aku. Kau masih nak fikir aku tak worth this role. You know, itu kan apa yang aku rasa lah.
Yeah.
What they is
But
gonna say.
it's not personal. What? It's not just you. I'm not doing it to you. If it's any other person, it's the same thing.
The same thing, yeah.
It's a company process. It's the SOP. It has to be like that. So it's not personal. So why are you making it personal? So that my advice is for people who are like that. Susun ayat betul-betul, right? Or just say you're not interested. Yeah, because it comes off engkau jadi macam you yourself said the word just now. Susah pekerja macam ni. Then you are viewed as pekerja susah.
Pekerja susah.
That's not a good label to have.
The thing is macam mana pun aku believe lah, macam mana pun dia akan jadi macam serba salah. Wang tak? Macam what you say is true lah. Dia akan macam kalau aku jawab macam gini, it becomes a perception whereby macam that superior who's going to give me this position, this pay kan, will think of me macam gini. As in like macam kalau aku jawab macam tadi lah kan, macam jawab susah, dia akan fikir that aku bekerja susah. Kalau aku cakap tak nak, dia macam fikir that alamak dia ni dah memang macam nak hantar kaki kat sini lah. Dia macam nak ambil gaji je, you know, that kind of thing.
Which is better kan? But dia ni tak nak. He's comfortable in his position. Rather than dia ni susah. Which would you rather be labelled as? Dia ni dah memang dia ni dah pension mode. Or dia ni susah sih.
I don't know, but for me personally aku
I mean if you are all that you say you are, why is there a question of you getting it after 6 months?
Pada aku tak payah takut lah.
There's no
lah, betul
reason
lah.
to question whether you're getting it or not, right? It's just a formality 6 months.
Formality.
Aku rasa ni part ego lah. Ego also dia especially those yang dah kerja lama.
Old timer.
Old timer yang kerja lama lah. Bukan tak cakap old timer yang kerja lama lah.
Kerja lama lah. Yalah kerja lama.
Pekerja lama ni, diorang rasa tak value lah. You know, kau tu kan diorang rasa macam, aku dah macam ni, kau dah offer. Kira kau dah nampak aku as someone, you know. Then kau masih nak test aku, you know, apa why kau nak kasih. Tak nak kasih sudah. Itu part the ego part dia akan rasa yang buat apa saya kau nak test aku. Dia macam kau masih dalam kau tengok aku ni masih kau tak percaya aku boleh buat.
That's why if answering it so called not specific, not tell the truth like that, it ends up just getting to a point where walaupun kau initially started off bukan kau ada ego, but it just sounds like that as the thing drags on. I would rather maybe not now lah. Maybe not now. Maybe we can talk about it later. Kan offhand kau terus nak jawab gitu, I think it doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help yourself definitely.
Yeah.
It doesn't help operations in a whole. It doesn't help the company.
Doesn't help the team actually.
It doesn't help anyone lah. Basically, it doesn't help. Right?
Especially yourself lah.
Especially yourself.
It doesn't help.
Right.
Really.
Even though it's $200-300 punya beza pun.
Yeah.
Kalau tiap-tiap bulan kau tak nak kasi aku lah $200 kan. Boleh.
Orang lain nak.
I mean like nanti kalau ada macam that kind of opportunity, you know, the superior dia tak akan tanya that person anymore. You know?
That's why if it becomes a matter of tak payah nak, tak payah just say no.
Tapi selalu macam
thanks
gini.
Lah boss, it's okay, thanks.
Tapi
kadang-kadang ada orang juga macam berat mulut nak cakap no.
There's another problem.
Another problem juga.
Correct.
As in like macam okay try gini kan, because the reluctantness to say no.
Mr. Yes Man.
Mr. Yes Man lah. But in the end macam dia dah terlalu banyak apa semua, dia terlalu banyak, after 6 months dah habis.
For me, I don't pick yes men for this type of thing. But if the orang reluctant to say no, you can read lah from their body language. It becomes nak jawab apa pun susah. Dia gitu tau.
Wah, company buat trying to arrow me lah. Nobody else lah.
Mas answer now.
Yes Man tak cakap gitu. Yes Man so cakap macam okay. Don't have anybody else lah bos.
Kalau gitu yes man. Kalau yes man, can. Itu baru.
Dia kalau macam gitu dia ada show that reluctantness. But then lagi macam dia actually dia tak nak, tapi cuma
dia tak nak, tapi
dia takut nak cakap no.
Okay, can.
Okay, so let's wrap it up.
Okay, wrap it up. The closer for today very simple. Don't be a yes man. Don't be a yes man.
Train is a train, a bus is a bus.
Train, bus. Apa sih? Apa train apa bus?
Tadi kau
punya blue bus tu lah.
Train is a train, bus is a bus. Don't mix the both train. Bus captain and the train captain two different thing. Terima kasih kerana sudi mendengar kami di Working Class. Jangan lupa untuk tekan butang link tree kami untuk melihat social media dan tekan sekali butang like di sana.
Terima kasih kepada penaja perut dan jiwa kami, Chocolate's Kitchen. Nak makan sedap macam air tangan mak? Dari pulut kuning dengan rendang daging power sampai ke kuih raya yang buat teringat kampung. Semuanya dimasak dengan penuh kasih sayang. Jangan tunggu lama-lama, tempah sekarang.
DM je kat IG The Chocolates atau TikTok. Makanan tradisi, rasa asli, confirm puas hati. Amaran, sekali rasa, asyik teringat sampai terbabas diet. Sampai jumpa di lain waktu. Working Class, clocking out.